So what if the fall craziness of product launches got to repeat itself, but in February next year? As yes, we have OnePlus already teasing very important announcements to come soon in two parts. Samsung is that other company that might launch things in February, and we get new details. Oh, and hold off on buying a new Mac, because it seems like changes are coming soon, though not substantial. I'm Jaime Rivera, and it wouldn't be December holidays without the most jet-lagged face I could find. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today are non-existent, but let's start it with Apple since we have new information about MacBook Pros that could arrive next year. According to a new report by Mark Gurman, Cupertino plans to launch the delayed 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros with M2 Pro and M2 Max chips early next year, but there are no major changes expected to those devices except for the chips and possibly faster RAM, which actually does matter. The report also mentions that Apple continues to test a new Mac Mini or new Mac Mini models with an M2 Pro chip options. Where the report gets interesting is when Gurman mentions that we could see Apple launch a new iMac with an M3 chip and that it would probably launch by the end of 2023 at the earliest. Sadly, he didn't share any more information, but the last time the company launched the new iMac was, during 2021? So I think a new version's in order. Moving on, let's talk about Google because it happened again. I'm sure they're playing Britney Spears songs all over because, one of their upcoming devices just made its way to a Facebook Marketplace listing. Back in May, we got the first teaser of the Pixel tablet and the company confirmed that it would arrive during 2023. However, it seems that someone managed to get their hands on the tablet and is now selling on Facebook Marketplace for $400 in a combo that includes the dock. The image included on the listing shows the tablet in the wild as well as the Pixel launcher in the tablet form. And honestly, it looks kind of real because it also shows a wallpaper that is part of the Pixel 7 series' Feather collection, but still we would recommend you take all the information with a grain of salt. Then there's also another image where we can appreciate the charging speaker dock that will turn the Pixel tablet into a big screen Nest hub. The tablet connects to the dock and becomes an always-on, always-listening Google Assistant, giving the tablet more usability. Looks pretty neat. We've sort of seen this with the Pixel stand before in Pixel phones, but obviously not that kind of speaker, so that'd be nice. Let's see what we get by the end of next year, or at some point. Moving on, let's talk about Samsung and some new details about the upcoming Galaxy S23 series. Earlier today, we got a new report from Galaxy Club claiming that the S23 Ultra's selfie camera will be sort of downgraded, and notice sort of, at least in numbers. Ever since the S20 Ultra, the flagship has always had a 40-megapixel selfie camera, but now it's like if they're going to swap it for a 12-megapixel shooter, according to the report. Also, let's remember that the previous leaks stated that the 10-megapixel selfie camera from the base models of the previous generation is going to be upgraded to 12 megapixels as well, which pretty much means that you're going to get the same selfie camera on all devices, supposedly, at least the numbers. At first it sounded like bad news, but let's not forget that the amount of megapixels isn't everything. It wasn't like if we didn't get bin results anyways. Now, moving on, we also get new images showcasing dummies of all three models that will be part of the S23 lineup, and as we can appreciate, these dummies confirmed the design that we saw on previous renders. As expected, the camera island on both base models will have the same design found in the Ultra variant, putting the Galaxy S family closer in terms of design. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about OnePlus since we have the first official teaser of their unreleased flagship and also the date for its official launch. During the weekend, the company hosted an event to celebrate their 9th anniversary, and several announcements were made, like, for example, their strategic partnership with Oppo for the upcoming years, on which Oppo plans to invest $1.43 billion. On this same event, the company teased the OnePlus 11 on a video that doesn't entirely reveal the phone, but we can see the circular island on the smartphone's rear, has 4 circles, and well, 1 is for the flash and 3 are for the cameras. Now, the teaser also confirms that the Hasselblad partnership will make a comeback, and also the alert slider. Now, speaking about the date, the OnePlus 11 and the Buds Pro 2 will launch in China first as usual, and then we'll see a global launch happening on February 7th at the OnePlus Cloud 11 launch event, which will take place in New Delhi, India. And I'm going to sign up to see if I can go to that. And you know which other company is rumored to launch new phones almost at that same time. If you're thinking about Samsung, you're pretty much right. Rumors point that Sammy is launching the Galaxy S23 series during the first week of February. So yeah, it seems like we have a pretty busy month ahead of us, because after that we get MWC. But anyways, in today's question, let us know, what would you add to the wish list for the OnePlus 11? Because in my case, listen, if they're ditching the Pro moniker, I'm hoping they make the price aggressive. I really wish the company would retain that in its roots, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me travel like there's no tomorrow. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.